There is absolutely no judgment here. You can do you, and for whatever reasons, if you don't want a relationship but you want the physical benefits of one, then this is the video for you. FWBs for short can be tricky to navigate, and if boundaries are blurred and rules are not set up to begin with, things turn complicated very quickly. So here is your advice and a bucket heap of tips to consider when looking or beginning an FWB, better known as a friend with benefits. My name is Anna, and stick around for the video. Okay, rule one, you have to keep it within the bedroom. You guys may have a great physical connection and you will naturally feel the natural urge to spend more time with them and to do more coupley things. For example, you might find yourself asking if they need anything picking up from the shop before you go round, or maybe you suggest to go watch a movie together or even a dinner date. Now this takes things from friends with benefits to casual dating and has to be completely avoided. Don't get upset if they meet someone else. Remember, this person is just your FWB. They're not actually your partners, so you do need to stop reserving your heart space for them. Now remember that this person is allowed to date other people. They are allowed to have another FWB and meet up with others. So if you do feel some jealousy, then it shows you've caught feelings. So also remember that you are allowed to go out and date people and meet other people too. Okay, the next one is to avoid the emotional attachment. You have to be well aware to do this before you even consider an FWB. So this means don't leave a spare change of clothes at their house, your toothbrush, or nag at them if they cancel on you to hang out with someone else. Remember, you are in a friend with benefits situationship, not an actual relationship with them, so you don't really get a say on how they conduct their life. And look, you probably think, well, what's the harm in me just leaving a self pajamas there if I'm staying over? Well, this kind of blurs the boundaries between something physical and something very emotionally invested. Please make sure that you do not introduce them to your people. This is your friends and your family, because as soon as you let them meet your friends or your parents, things get pretty awkward. So keep things between you and them and no one else. And if you do run the risk of your parents getting too curious about what they mean to you, it gets very awkward, so it's best to just avoid it completely, avoid the drama and any confusion. Remember what FWB is. It's not a full-blown relationship where you buy them gifts on their birthday, and you're not expected to. You're not even expected to acknowledge or even ask when their birthday is. This person that you are spending your time with is someone that you're having a casual physical relationship with the added benefit of some form of conversation. So don't be expecting the emotional supporting conversations. Don't expect them to remember your birthday or even ask you how the day at the office went. Next tip, you have to avoid the cuddling. Cuddling, it's a natural thing, we all love it. And it's so natural that it just happens after the bedroom dance. But if you guys do it, you actually run the risk of falling for each other. Unless you have both strictly agreed that cuddling is allowed, it's best to actually avoid it. Especially after a happy ending situation, as the brain naturally wants to release bonding hormones such as oxytocin. So if you end up releasing those bonding hormones next to someone, you are more likely to actually fall for them, which is what you don't want to do. Next up on the list is very tough to do so, but be prepared, and that is to avoid the intimacy, period. You need to address this way before you begin the relationship. You need to think, what counts as too much? Would staying over at their house after the deed be too intimate? Because waking up next to someone is a very intimate thing. And you can make it factual that after you both do the deed, one of you takes a shower and then you part ways and leave for the night. Please remember that you can date someone else at the same time. Now, the best way to possibly handle an FWB is to keep your options open. Don't commit to one person, otherwise it's easy to catch feelings. So instead, maybe invest in another FWB or start casual dating. One of the biggest rules, practice safe bedroom dancing. The YouTube gods may scorn me for saying the S word, so I'm sure you know what I'm referring to right here, but please protect yourself from STDs, diseases, and also unwanted parenthood. It could make the whole situation very messy. Detach emotionally. No one really knows if an FWB is for them until it happens. Some people can detach emotionally and just enjoy the moment for, well, what it is. However, some people need that connection to be able to to finish, if you know what I'm talking about. And if you are 100% okay with not having that emotional fulfillment from that person, then you will be okay. And if not, an FWB is not for you. Groom yourself well. Let's get this out of the way. In a relationship, you do start to lose the appeal of grooming yourself as you naturally get comfortable. However, with an FWB, it's the opposite. So always make sure that you are well groomed and you put in a lot of effort. And I'm sure that you're expecting some form of pristine grooming from them, so it's nice you offer the same thing in return. Learn to let go and just enjoy yourself. This is the time to explore your fantasies. Now, you can ask for what you want because, well, you can't really hurt anyone's feelings if you both agree that this is a physical thing only. You are kind of using each other to get your needs met, so you are allowed to speak up. You need to be able to speak your mind and tell them what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of. And the whole idea of the FWB is to explore and have fun without the commitment. Choose someone honest. Yeah, it's common for FWBs to end sour because one person catches feelings whilst the other person doesn't, so make sure that you have picked someone who is honest and you know that they will speak up if you are starting to develop feelings or if they develop them for you. Make your rules and your boundaries very clear. You need to make sure you lay down the ground rules before things get oh so steamy. Make sure consent is not ignored and that you are both kind to each other. And one of the most important things is be ready to move on when needed, because FWBs, they don't last forever, and just knowing when things are coming to an end saves a lot of time and potential heartbreak. So you need to be aware of your feelings and also theirs. Soon as things turn in a way that you don't want or you suspect someone is falling for you, you need to be able to pull the plug because it's not fair to lead someone on. Now, there is no time constraint on when an FWB may last. It could be that you guys are very able to emotionally detach from each other, enjoy the moment, and you have a thing going for years, but you have to be very, very aware of when things start to get a little bit more relationship-like. So the rule with an FWB is to obviously keep all of these rules in your head. You have to always analyze where things are going. If you feel that someone is falling for you and you don't feel the same, you have to speak up. And again, it goes both ways. Sometimes FWBs do naturally fall into relationships. However, you cannot start a fling with someone in the hopes that they will eventually fall for you because you may end up getting severely hurt. So make sure you know what an FWB is before you actually start the FWB situationship. So make sure you are always getting your needs met, whether that is them being polite, being kind, listening to you, giving you what you want, and be able to speak up and just enjoy yourself and let go, and you will have a successful FWB. And wow, we made it to the end of the video. If you like this video, give us a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It will make my day. And you can even go one step further and get your name up on our super fan board. These are some amazing people that actually support the channel every single month. And if you want to know more about that, then click the description box below to find out some more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.